Hey everybody, we missed you this week at camp, so we thought we'd share some of our favorite memories of our favorite place.
Hey y'all, it's Christina. My favorite thing about Camp Neyati is our little bubble we have. We call it a bubble because we like to say it's one of those things that the people on the inside can't explain and the people on the outside don't understand. For the past 16 years now, since 2004, Camp Neyati has been my safe place and still is, and hopefully will continue to be for a long time. And it's just such a special place, and I've built so many friendships and relationships over the past years, and I like the sense of tradition that we keep going year after year, with our Friday night bonfire and the big group activities we do all together. And I'm a little biased to this, but arts and crafts is the best. So as cheesy as it sounds, Camp Neyati really is like home, and we're all a big, happy Neyati family.
Hey everyone, I'm Amy, and I was going to be a counselor this summer at Camp Neyati. I think this would be my 15th year at camp. I've been going since I was 7 years old, and I'm now 22. Last summer was sadly the first summer that I had to miss since I was 7, and it was absolutely heartbreaking, so I was really looking forward to coming back this summer. My favorite part of camp would probably be just the people and the traditions that we have. The directors just work so hard all year long to put on the best week ever for us, and the staff, most of them I've been working with since I was literally 7 years old, so we've become such amazing lifelong friends, and I just love the campers every summer. They make it so much fun with all the different activities we do. One of my favorites is Color Wars, so that's the shirt I chose to wear today. And I definitely miss just all my campers that I had when I was a counselor, especially Megan and Elliot, who I had all 3 years I was a counselor. They used to be so little, but probably not anymore. And some of my other favorites are just like the fact that everyone just comes to camp and can just disconnect for the week and have fun, be goofy, sing crazy camp songs that I'll probably never forget, have campfires and all that good stuff. So I really hope that we can be there next summer. Bye.
My favorite part about Camp Neyati is meeting new people, trying new things that I wouldn't do without going to camp, and I love just hanging out with people without the distractions of technology.
Hi, my name is Trent St. James. I have been going to Camp Neyati for this would have been the 13th year. My favorite part about camp is coming back every year and seeing the same faces and new faces and picking up right where we left off. I've met so many people that have became close friends to me over the years at camp, and it's crazy the kind of bond that you can create over a 1 week span.
Hey everyone, my name's Josh. This year would have marked my 8th year at Camp Neyati, as well as my 4th year as a counselor there. I'm pretty bummed that camp wasn't able to happen this year due to COVID-19, because I was really looking forward to catching up with some old faces and meeting some new ones along the way, and just having the overall chance to spend a week at camp with some phenomenal campers and a stellar staff. My favorite part about camp is just having the chance to unplug for the week, disconnecting from the internet and whatnot, and just relaxing and having fun. That being said, I look forward to next year, and yeah, I hope to see you all then.
My favorite thing about Camp Neyati is getting away from technology and truly getting to know the friends you have made from all over Michigan.
Hey guys, my name's Isabel, and last summer was my very first year at Camp Neyati. My favorite parts about camp are making new friends, getting to spend time with my campers, and learning all of the camp songs. My favorite one is Three Little Angels. I really hope to see everybody back at camp next year. Bye!
Hello. I don't really know what to say about loving camp. I just know that I do, and that it's always meant a lot to me. Just being able to go back every year and having the relationships with everyone that I have. that seem to last, even though keeping in touch through the whole year until we come back is pretty difficult. It meant so much to me when I was 10, and it means just as much, if not more, now. Super bummed that we couldn't have camp this year. Fingers crossed, and super excited for camp next year.
Hi, my name's Rhiannon. This would have been my 15th year at Camp Neyati, and I started going to camp when I was 7 to residence camp, but I actually found out about Neyati when I was 6 at family camp. My dad's boss was supposed to go with some people, and they ended up canceling like the day before. And so he reached out to my dad and was like, "Do you and your kids want to go?" And we were like, "Yeah, sure." And it ended up changing my life. I go to camp every year. I'm a camp counselor now, obviously. I'm 22. And it's super sad that we're not going to be able to be there this year. But I know we're going to pick up where we left off next year, because we always do. We always will. And that is what's so special about camp, is we can be gone for a year and do just fine. I know that we're going to be able to go around 2 years and we're going to be just fine. So looking forward to camp next year. Can't wait. And I love it. And I love everyone there.
Hi guys, Lauren here. I have been a counselor at Camp Neyati for 2 years and a lead counselor for 1. I absolutely love Camp Neyati. It's something I look forward to every year, probably more than most things in my life. And I love camp because it gives me a chance to develop new friendships and new relationships with new staff and new campers every single year. And I get to see people that I only get to see once a year. And I get to take a step back from my life outside of camp and just have fun and relax and be in camp mode, which is really nice. My favorite part about Camp Neyati is either Greasy Watermelon, because us counselors get to have a lot of fun during that and we're really competitive, or the Friday night Camp Neyati traditions, because it's a good way to end the week. It's really emotional, and it shows us and the campers how camp really impacts your life, and how that 1 week, that 7 days with 300 people really changes who you are. And that's why I love rekindling on those memories throughout the week. A fun story I have would be when my cabin, the older girl cabin, and Jack, his older boy cabin, went for our floating lunch one day, and me and Jack got in the canoe, and we only grabbed one paddle, and the wind was going at least 20 miles an hour. So it kept taking all of our campers and us down the lake, and our paddle happened to be wood, and we were rowing back, and it snapped in half. So we just kept floating all the way down the lake, and some of our campers had to come save us. It was really stressful at the time, and a lot of work to get us back, but looking back on it, it was probably the funniest, most fun thing that I've done at camp. So that was really great. I also loved being tossed in the lake with my clothes on after our Clue game during Hollywood Week, after people accused me of taking Charlie's Ninja Turtle tank. So I got tossed in the lake for that, and that was my first year, and I loved it. It was super fun, and I love making memories at Camp Neyati. And honestly, I owe this camp into developing who I am today. I know I've only been here 2 years, but it's the best camp in the world, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Bye.
The best part of camp to me is connecting with friends and campers. You may only get to see them once a year, but it's truly one of the best times of the year.
Camp Neyati is easily one of the best weeks of the year. It's better than vacation, and you make friendships and memories that really will last a lifetime. Camp is very rooted in tradition, and that's probably one of my favorite parts about it. I always look forward to things like the shipwreck dinner, the end of the week campfire, the storytelling, lighting off the wish lanterns, and honestly everything about it. It's such a rewarding experience, and being in the outdoors for a week disconnected from your phone and from social media and from reality is such a great way to just put all of your attention into building relationships with your friends, with the campers, and just overall having an amazing time.
Hey guys, Chuck Kramer here. We all miss you guys very much, and we're excited to have you next year. was asked to share my favorite thing about camp, and I think my favorite part of camp is just how over time you really do, if you keep coming back, you really do make lifelong friends who really end up being meaning the world to you, and in my case actually ended up becoming actual family. So Camp Neyati is a special place, and like I said, we miss you this year, but it'll be there waiting for you next July.
Hi, I'm Jake Kramer. I've been going to camp since about 2007, 2008.
I'm Sarah. I have been going to camp since I was 8 years old, and we are coming to you from our house in Texas, sending our love all the way back to Michigan.
So my favorite memory of camp, probably my favorite activity we did was the counselor hunt. It's always been my favorite group activity that we've done in the camp. But overall, one of my favorite things is probably the people that you meet. Some of the people that I've met when I was 13 years old at camp, I still talk to today. They showed up to my wedding, and in fact, I even married one of the girls I met as a 13-year-old cookie camper.
My favorite part of camp was definitely my memories from being a cookie, blasting music in the kitchen and hurrying out of the kitchen so that we could go jump in the water during swim time. And then another favorite is at the end of the week, having our big bonfire and traditions, and always a hike out to Lost Lake. Bye, everyone.
Hi, everyone. This is Lynn. Wishing that I was at Camp Neyati this week, just like all of you. This would have been my 18th year at Residence Camp, and I sure miss it. I look forward to next year and enjoying all the swimming, boating, fishing, campfires, and of course the great meals made by Darlene in the mess hall. I guess the most important thing of camp is the relationships, the memories, and the friends that you make during that week. So hopefully you're all doing well, and you'll plan to join us next year for a fun-filled week at Camp Neyati.
After 22 years of camp, my favorite part is still meeting all of the people every year, seeing people that come back from the previous years, and all the relationships we've formed and the family that we have become.
Neyati. Boy, do I miss the opportunities to be there. I always had a blast. I started off as a camper when I was probably 6 years old, I think, and I just kept going back. One of my favorite memories from when I was a camper, other than, late night pillow fights between different cabin groups, which was always a blast, was probably one day after lunch, everyone in my cabin ran back to the cabin as quick as they could, hid under beds, hid just inside the door so they couldn't be seen, and when our counselor, who we just shortened his name to Okie because it was just too long of a name for most kids to be able to say at that point in time, he walked in, looked around, stepped back out, said to one of the other counselors in the B cabin, "Hey Jeff, my whole cabin's gone." The guy was legit convinced nobody made it back from lunch. Then a couple people started giggling, and that was over from there. After being a camper, spent a couple years as a cookie and junior counselor and a little bit of everything here and there. And I gotta say, I always loved going back to camp. And it wasn't so much like a specific activity that really made it awesome. It was the people I got to spend my time around. I'd go through and name everyone, but that would take for absolutely ever. You build memories at a place like that you'll never really let go of. Some experiences that kind of change who you are and how you see things. When I was a cookie, I learned about a work ethic that I've held on to for my entire life. I know it's hard to think of when you think of cookies and work ethic, like those things really don't go together so well, but it taught me a lot, and I've held on to a lot of that throughout my life. I always loved opportunities when the camp or just groups of people got to sit around campfires, whether it was to cook a meal or it was the end of the week bonfire and we got to tell the story of Neyati, or if we were just at a campfire in a cabin group and hearing a story from someone who had a beautiful voice like Aaron Bales. There were a lot of really cool opportunities there. Getting to know everyone, getting to learn some of the new activities that we did, the changes. When I started off as a camper, we were full all the way back to the E-cabins, and it was all boys at camp at that point in time. So when I was a cookie, they made the changeover to kind of keep numbers up. And that changed things, and I won't lie, I was one of the people that was really fighting against that hard at first because it seemed weird to me. But over time I figured out change is not a bad thing. Brought a lot of really cool people into my life. I was glad to meet them, get to know them, and glad that they kind of shaped things for me. I know it's a weird summer. We don't get to go do things like that. But next summer, take the opportunity, get yourself back there if you can. It is always a blast, and those are memories that will never leave you and change who you are as you go forward. Totally worthwhile experience. Stay healthy, stay safe, and enjoy your summer.